Siobhan's, and you're watching Siobhan's chat. So I got myself a little breakfast, a little steel oats, soaked overnight, and we're just gonna be talking about movies. So it's gonna be movies talk. Um, so I don't know. I'm probably gonna have like a little message. I guess it's gonna, cause three of these movies that I'm talking about is gonna be. It's gonna be Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul, Elvis, and Secret Society. And they all have something in common. Everybody have secrets. Somebody's hiding something, you know. Everybody has, they skeletons in the closet type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? All these movies have a certain theme to it. So I'm gonna talk about Honk for Jesus. These ain't gonna be full reviews. These are not gonna be like detailed reviews. I'm just gonna be talking about my review on it. It's not gonna be recaps. I'm just gonna tell you what I remember and how did I feel watching the movie so far. Honk with Jesus was a good movie. The ending was like a to be continued type of situation. It didn't really end, like, but I was like, it was starting off really good. It started off really good. Um, I remember, they was in the church. They was like, "Are we ready for this?" No, they was in the kitchen of their house. They have a big mansion, and they were like, "Are you ready for this?" And they were like, "Oh yeah, we're ready for this," and stuff like that. He was like, "Okay." So basically, the movie starts off with it starts out them going to the church and the crew. I forgot what the lady called, like, that was doing the crew, but you didn't see her. But I think her name was like Natasha or something like that. And they just really like the wife of the pastor did not like the first lady did not like Natasha or whatever, the camera lady, or the producer. And it was just, there were certain scenes throughout the movie that was really, like the mall scene, when she saw her friend, and she was like, when she saw one of her old members of the church, and they was like, "Oh, bless your heart," doing a little southern shade and stuff. They all cursing and Christian. And it was funny. Like, the movie was really funny, but it had some scenes that was really dark when the pastor was in the basketball court with one of the cameramen, and he was like, "Your skin is so soft," because it was, and the wife came there and was like, "Don't do it again. We doing so good," and stuff like that. She said something along the lines like that. And because basically the movie is basically about this pastor. He was accused of touching these high school boys, and sexual harassment and stuff like that. And basically the church fell apart, and they had to close down, and they're trying to reopen it. Basically, they're trying to reopen it, and they were gonna reopen it Easter Sunday, and then they opened it, like, I think 2 weeks before Easter Sunday. And then they had a competition with this other church where it was taking all the old members from their church. So basically, they were opening their new building Easter Sunday, but they went and opened it 2 weeks earlier, the same day that the pastor and the first lady was opening their church again, because they came and had a little meeting or whatever. And basically they were saying that you can't open it Easter Sunday, and then they were like, well, we can't open it Easter Sunday. We open our new building Easter Sunday, and it's gonna be the bomb or whatever. And you know, Pastor Child was like, we're opening back our old church on Easter Sunday, and that's how it's gonna be. And then he changed his mind, and all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. I remember when they went to the I remember when she was in the mall and she seen the boys that he was accused of, that her husband was accused of touching, and she couldn't keep it. She just couldn't keep her composure. She was so scared and stuff and nervous. And then I remember a next scene where it happened around the end of the movie, kinda, when they were doing the honk for Jesus. And that's the thing, that the movie, the honking came at the end of kind of the movie, like when they were going on the street and they were like putting the sign for honk for Jesus and stuff like that. That was kind of around the end of the movie. But when the boy came, one of the members came, and he one of my favorite actors, because I've been seeing him recently and stuff like that. He was on, I don't know his name, but he was from They Them, and I did watch They Them. I didn't want to do a review on it, but that was a good movie. I ain't gonna lie, that was an alright movie as well. But he's a good actor, and he came out that car. That was another emotional scene as well. They had some emotional scenes, stuff like that. Like, he came and he said, "Oh, do you still like me? Was it just for games?" and stuff like that. And it was going real deep. Like, the speech was really powerful. Like, it will make you cry watching this movie. And it was just a lot. And I remember their sex scene. Their sex scene wasn't it. Like, you can tell, like, the pastor wasn't really attracted to his wife around the sex scene, because he didn't want to see her face. So they were doing missionary. Well, bareback, I guess. But she wanted to do the face to face, and he was not up for it. And then she gave him fellatio after that, and that was it. So yeah, it was a good movie. I'm gonna lie. Like, the ending, I'm hoping for maybe a honk for Jesus 2, Save Your Souls. I don't know, but yeah, it was a good movie. That was the good movie. That's all I remember. Well, they had a little scene at the car or whatever. They had a scene in the car. They was singing, I think, "Nuck If You Buck" or something. I think they were singing that one in the car. That was they had some good moments. It was a comedy, but it had some deep moments in it, and it had a message in it. Like, he only had like 5 members coming back to his church every Wednesday for Bible study. And they didn't believe none of the lies, but the lie, obviously, them accusations was true, as you could tell. Like, throughout the movie, you could tell, like, the accusation was true. Like, the pastor was really going through stuff. He was just doing a lot. I don't know, but yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the movie. And I really liked it. It was really compelling. It was a really good movie. Let's talk about Elvis. Elvis. The movie Elvis was, it was good. It starts with talking about the manager. I think it's Today Time. The manager is in the hospital or something like that. And he got a heart attack again, I think, and he just got out the casino or something like that, because I guess he's a gambler. He has a gambling addiction. And he goes and dream about I don't know, like a dream, but it goes to back to Elvis, start of Elvis. So I think it starts with Elvis' past, or it starts with his past. But Elvis has blonde hair. And Elvis grew up with Negroes. He grew up with black people. And they show like him, I think it was 1940 something. And he's just going to he's sneaking out and he going to like a black church or something like that, and he's seeing how they're dancing and how he's feeling the spirit. He's feeling the spirit, and they fast forward. They go to him making a start. He's doing like random shows and stuff like that, and he's just twisting and turning and doing his thing. And the manager, he's not his manager yet, but Manager Colonel is looking like, who is that boy? I need that boy. But before that, he heard him in the radio. And he was like, who is that boy? He was like, what? That record deal? Those record deals only use colors. Oh, he a white boy. What? When he heard he was a white boy, he said, I'm gonna make some money out of this boy. Cause black music was the one. Like black music was better. But it was just so good. Like it was just it just had that groove, that move to it, and a lot of people love black music. And Elvis really took black music to another term. Like what I'm saying? Like it was like Lil Rich. I seen scenes with Lil Richard. Lil Richard was doing his thing with the Fruity Loop. And then Fruity Tooty, I forgot what else. They had some other people in it as well. And they were showing all his inspiration. You ain't nothing but a but they had that just came out the blue. But they had a little just a lot of his inspirations. They had a lot of Elvis inspiration, and he had a lot of inspiration from black people. So they showed that a lot. I like how they showed that. And then I don't know what else. Before that scene, they had him going to clubs and stuff like that. Just doing crazy stuff. He signed with the manager, and it was like a kind of like a big deal. Like the mama didn't want him to sign though, but he had to sign, I guess. He just felt like it. He was like, he's tired of living in dirt poor and stuff like that, and yeah, he was gonna be rich and stuff like that. And basically that's what happened. So he went around towns and stuff like that. Basically, the manager had 50% of his earnings. Yes, the manager has 50% of his earnings. And the manager was tripping. I ain't gonna lie, he was giving him a good turn on certain things, but it was just like a lot of exposure and stuff like that. He really took him to the level, but like it was just a bit much, I guess. And he was making it was like this government army guy. He was imaginary. It was based on the colonel the whole time, trying to stop Elvis stuff. Elvis first had to go to he went to the draft for like about 2 years, and he married his wife. They had a baby girl. What else happened? Oh, so I'm passing forward because I don't remember that much about it, but the movie was long. The movie was like 2 hours and something minutes. Like it was a really long movie. And so there was a time where Elvis was like, he wasn't doing well in music. Like, everybody just forgot about him. Cause what happened was he had to stop doing his gyrating, and they called it Negro dancing. And he stopped it for a minute, but what happened was, like, he went back to it. He rebelled. He didn't listen to his manager, and the manager was like, he didn't listen to me. He didn't listen to me. Like, he was so shocked he didn't listen to him. Like, he ain't gonna listen to you, boy. Like, you're not his daddy. But there was a time where I think so around that time he got arrested, and that's when he had to go to the draft. That's why he had to go to the draft. And then so along those they fast forward years and stuff like that, he's not doing that well in music and stuff like that. And nobody's really checking for Elvis and stuff like that. But he had to team up with this little group that was popping. I forgot what their name was, but they were popping, and he was like, "You gotta team up with them, and you gonna be popping a group." They're like a band, and he did the Christmas show. Ain't none of them songs was about Christmas. When he went to he was doing songs out the blue. He was doing Tutti Frutti, I think. Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog. A lot of stuff. He was doing a lot of music that was just not about Christmas, and he was going off script because it was a special. It was a Christmas special, and that really put him back on the map again. Really put him back on the map. He later found out that the manager was faking to be I forgot, one of the army people that tell him that he can't go overseas because he couldn't go overseas. And then he fired the manager. He made a big deal that it was some scenes that he was kissing other girls while he had a wife, and he was kissing other girls and having, fornication with other girls. Like while he was married, and he would do it in front of his wife. He'll be kissing all his fans in front of his wife on the lips, and it was just a lot. There was other scenes. I think when he got his dad as his manager because his mama passed, and she was drinking alcohol and stuff like that. I think it was like liver cancer or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, it was just a lot. But I think he finally went overseas after he got off his manager, and then he had to go back to his manager. I don't remember. I think he went back to his manager and stuff like that, and then I forgot what else happened in the movie. Like, I don't know. He went on a plane after talking to his ex-wife and his daughter, and they just at first I'm thinking that he died in a car crash, and because they just put down Elvis has died. All that was the next scene. Elvis has died and this and that, and like, oh, he died of a heart attack and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, okay. And then they showed there was a scene that the manager had a heart attack during Elvis was alive as well. And then I said, what else happened? I think they showed the manager life and stuff like that. I don't know if the manager died. I don't remember. I don't think the manager died. I think he was a storyteller. He was a storyteller. But they showed that the manager had a gambling addiction. He was stealing Elvis money. He had 50%. He was doing all these bad stuff. And he was running Elvis' estate until I think like 2 years after or something like that. And I think it went to his daughter. But yeah, it was a lot. The movie had some good stuff. It showed a lot of black people and their influence on Elvis and stuff like that. All right, I love seeing Little Richie there, Little Richard. I forgot what other lady called. I forgot what her name was. But they had a lot of good stuff in that movie. That movie was alright. It was I ain't gonna lie, it is a good movie. Like, I could see him winning an Oscar, Emmy, something with this movie. Like, he was like Austin Butler. He was doing that good. He was doing that good impression of Elvis. Like, that boy can act. Like, I see something in the future with him. Like, this is his big break right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember him from Zoe 101, but this one's the one. This one was the one. Yeah, girl. The next movie I'm gonna be talking about is Secret Society. Y'all might not heard about this, but it's on Tubi for free. Y'all need to go get Secret Society, okay? And this movie was, I ain't gonna lie, this was one of the best low budget movies I ever seen. It was so good, it was so compelling, I was so into it, like it was a really good movie. They start off with her in the club. One of the girls, I forgot what their names was. Let me search this up. Hold up. Let me search this up. I forgot what their names was. I think it was like, I remember it was Tina and Celeste. Celeste was the main character. She was doing the narrating. So she was doing the narrating, and so it starts in the beginning, and Celeste sees this man, and he light skinned, and he looks real good. I think he light skinned. Yeah, he light skinned, but I think it's for Tina. Like, I'm trying to remember. But what happened is he gets locked up, and the other guy goes to the draft or something like that. I don't remember. I think they all light skinned. So sorry, dude. And like, so they show him in the club though, and she doesn't tell him that she's transgender. So that's the thing. They all got some type of secret. Same with the Elvis story. You know, he was sleeping with his wife and stuff and doing all bad stuff like drugs and stuff. You see, like all these movies, they all have secret paths and stuff like that. So what happened? She oh, they have a second movie. I can't wait to watch that one. I'm seeing they got the second movie. But what happened is, so they're in the club, blah blah blah. They're in the club or whatever, and her friend Tina shows her how to get a man or whatever, and she buy him a bottle. She buy him a bottle, and that gets his attention basically, cause ain't no girl buying no guy no bottle. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but it's like the movie is really good, and fast forwards to her. I mean, in her room and something like that. Things is happening. I forgot, but I know that they go to this Miami. I think they go to Mexico. They go to Mexico. They got these like billionaires. These billionaires, white men, and they love their transgender. They're having the time of their lives. You know, just popping stuff like that. You know, just having a good time. You know, because they show past lives about them. How Celeste was like a gay man at first, but Tina was already transitioned to a female by the age of like middle school, real early, and Celeste told her mom that that she wanted to be transgender, and the mom was like, "No, not in my house." And then you know, yeah, not in my house. And then what happened was um she did it anyway when she grew up and stuff like that. And then well, they went to Miami and stuff like that. They had a good time over there. They came back. Tina was gonna get married. I remember, yeah, Tina was gonna get married. What else? Oh yeah. I forgot who. What else happened? What else happened? The movie was just so good. Like they had some good time. Like Celeste had a little man on the side that was barging in left and right, and but he didn't care that she was transgender, and they had a little thingy. Then all of a sudden he got shot, and then what else happened? I watched this movie way back, like a little weeks ago, but they all was living good lives. Like they were having money left and right, cause they do escorts. They do escorting and stuff like that. And they were just living a good life in Atlanta. And I don't know, they were just doing a lot of good stuff. I ain't gonna lie, a lot of money stuff. And then I think later that scene, I think something happened, and then all of a sudden the man came. Tina came to visit Celeste or whatever, and I think the old boyfriend of Tina came back from jail and was gonna shoot Celeste, and he shot Tina at the end. Tina died, and Celeste Tina's still alive, but she got a house from Tina, because Tina was married to that rich husband, and Tina already gave her a house for her birthday, but I don't know what happened. I think she declined it. She said she couldn't move to Calabasas and stuff like that. That was a good movie. Like it was a really good movie. Like I just can't recall the details like that. I can recall the others, but it was real good. Like Celeste had this one boy that she was with. I forgot what his name. I think his name was Michael. And she was just stringing her along, because the thing was, Celeste wouldn't tell this man that she was transgender. She wouldn't tell these men, because she had so many men throughout the movie. She would not tell the man that she was transgender, and that was a problem, because I'm like, these men can kill you, girl. And it wasn't. She came and visit her mom. I remember she came and visit her mom back, and the mom acted like she ain't know her, talking about I ain't buying no cookies. I ain't buying whatever you selling, girl. And it was just a lot. It was a lot of stuff going on. But I'm gonna be watching the second movie. I'm gonna be watching the second movie because I didn't know they had a second movie. But yeah, all these movies all had a little deeper meaning. Like they all had secret lives and stuff like that. Like Elvis was he was drugged up all the time, sleeping with so many women. They said that he had a binge eating problem as well. That's why he got that heart attack. And he was getting so big in his later years. I don't know if y'all noticed that. And then the pastor from Honk for Jesus was out here sleeping with these underage men, boys or whatever, and buying them gifts, Jordans and Ferraris and all that stuff, Porsche. I'm like, okay, he had that money. Them guys had that money. A big mega church. And then obviously Secret Society, had a secret. It was transgenders, and they were keeping that like a secret behind closed doors and stuff. So yeah, this is the movie talks. Movies talk. Movies talk. I'm gonna bye, y'all. I'll see y'all next.